If someone truly wanted to be with you, they'd show it. If they valued your worth, you wouldn't be left wondering if you're enough. I know it stings. Your mind spins with excuses to shield your heart. Maybe they're tied up, maybe they're nervous, maybe they're still growing. But the truth is straightforward. They saw your value and still treated it like an afterthought. That's all you need to know. So, no, don't send another text. Don't explain yourself again. Don't offer your heart like it's on clearance, hoping they'll finally take it. Instead, pause, breathe, and flip the dynamic. No pleading, no blocking, just one small, deliberate action, so precise it sticks in their mind like a thorn they can't pull out. 1,000 words couldn't do what this shift will spark. It'll linger in their thoughts for months. And no, this isn't about games. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm but strategic, not emotional. This isn't revenge. It's a pivot. You're shaking up their comfort, becoming unpredictable, stepping out of the box they put you in. When they can't guess your next move, they lose the script they wrote about you. That's when curiosity becomes fixation. Your silence isn't empty. It's heavy with meaning. You don't vanish. You become a presence they feel from afar, emotionally, mentally, even physically. You spark the part of their mind that obsesses over what it can't pin down. You don't erase yourself. You plant a new version of you, one that's evolved so fast they don't recognize you, and that shakes them more than any words could. Let's cut through the fog. If someone truly wanted you, you'd feel it. If they respected you, it'd be clear. You've given enough chances. Now it's time to write a new chapter for yourself. You're not here to chase, to convince, or to lower your worth just to make someone comfortable. You're here to radiate such clarity that your existence becomes a lesson they can't forget. They left thinking you'd stay stuck where they dropped you. But when they look back, they won't know the person shining in front of them. Your mindset, your strength, your glow. That's stoic power. You don't need a text. You need transformation. You don't need to speak. You need to act, quietly, intentionally, with grace. Stop doing what they expect, and watch what happens when you become someone who needs no closure because you're already everything you're meant to be. If this hits home, drop it in the comments. I don't chase, I transform. Say it with fire, like your future self is listening. Hit like, subscribe, and let's dive in. 1. The game-changing move ***. Let's be real, if they wanted to reach out, they would. If they valued you, they'd be here. But they're not, and you're staring at your phone, replaying old texts, hoping they'll wake up and see what they lost. That hope is draining you, stealing your time. I need you present, because what I'm about to share will shift everything. It's not about one last message, it's about never sending another one. Not out of spite, not because you're quitting, but because you're about to do something they won't see coming. It flips the emotional script without a single word. You're worried that if you stop reaching out, they'll forget you. Wrong. They won't. Not if you follow this. No one forgets someone who leaves a mark deeper than words. Silence alone fades, but what I'm sharing doesn't. It burns quietly, permanently in their mind. This isn't a petty social media trick or a power trip through blocking. It's psychological precision, rooted in stoicism, not manipulation. You're about to make one small move that creates a mental loop they can't close. It'll haunt them, not with anger, but with clarity. You're not sending a text. You are the message. The message is, I'm done proving my worth, and now you'll feel what you lost. If you stop playing their game and take this step, they'll feel it at 2 a.m., in the middle of forced smiles at a party, in quiet moments when the noise fades. That's when they'll realize you're gone, and it'll hit harder than they expected. I'll tell you the move soon, but first, know this, it's not about hurting them, it's about reclaiming your power. This is your reset, your turning point. Don't skip ahead, write it in the comments. I stopped chasing. Say it like your healing depends on it, because it does. Jung's emotional mark ***. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. Pay attention, because this isn't just theory, it's reality. Emotional imprinting means leaving a mark so deep it hits their subconscious, making them react without knowing why. The move you're about to make does exactly that. It skips logic and strikes where obsession starts. Most people try to get noticed by being loud, posting more, talking more, explaining more. That's just noise. What we're doing is a calculated shift, a quiet disruption. When someone expects you to text, to apologize, to check in, and you do the opposite, it creates a break. You become a puzzle they can't solve. The brain hates unresolved questions. It craves closure. When you don't give it, you leave a gap they keep circling back to, trying to figure you out. That's the imprint. It's not about yelling, it's emotional gravity, stronger than any argument. When they expect a reply and get none, when they brace for drama and you stay calm, when they think they've got you trapped in guilt or doubt, and you're suddenly untouchable, that's not just a move, it's a statement. It stings in a way they can't ignore. Jung believed we assign archetypes to people based on our experiences. When you keep chasing, you cast yourself as the predictable seeker, the lowest role. But when you break that pattern, you shatter their image of you. They can't define you anymore, and that sparks obsession. You don't try to be unforgettable. You become unexplainable. They won't admit it, but inside, they're rattled. They thought you'd always be there, waiting, hoping. Now you're centered, not cold. You've shifted, not vanished. That change creates a conflict they can't resolve. It reminds them they've lost access to something they once took for granted. That's the mark you leave, not with words, but with your evolution. If you're ready to leave that mark, write it in the comments. I leave imprints, not texts. Say it like it's your truth. 3. The unreachable shine ***. Let's be clear, you're not here to fade away, you're here to glow. Not just any glow, but a quiet, powerful radiance that comes from within. This isn't about flaunting or jealousy, it's about becoming so undeniably better that your presence screams what they lost, not because you said it, but because they see it and know they're no longer part of it. That's the unreachable shine. It's not loud or showy, it's the calm confidence in your walk, your choices, your energy. Maybe you've switched up your style, or your vibe no longer chases anyone, it flows. That shift says, I'm not who you left behind. Jung called this individuation, becoming your true self by embracing what you once pushed away. Every time you choose growth over drama, resist explaining yourself, or improve for your own peace, your shine grows. It's not just beauty, it's strength earned through pain turned into purpose. They thought you'd stay broken, waiting for them to come back. But you rewrote the story. You're the plot twist. You've grown not just outwardly but in your entire being. That shine isn't a filter, it's a spiritual truth, a psychological strike. People don't regret silence, they regret growth. When they see you thriving, focused, untouchable, regret takes root. They whisper to themselves, I had that and let it go. You don't need to block them or send a text, your shine is the message. Focus on that radiance. People want what's out of reach, especially when it was once theirs. Your glow feels foreign now, forbidden, and the more they realize they can't touch it, the more they crave it, not out of love, but because you're a symbol of what they lost. Build that shine from within. Care for your body, speak with clarity, move like you own your world. They'll feel it, even if they don't say it. Write it in the comments. My shine is untouchable. Say it like the old you is gone for good. 4. Strategic visibility ***. Here's where most people mess up when pulling back. They think it's all or nothing, total silence or constant presence. Real power lies in the middle. Strategic visibility. You don't disappear, but you don't chase. You show up just enough to stir their mind, not their ego. You don't shout, look at me. You let your shine slip into their view when they least expect it. That's how you stay unforgettable. It's not about attention, it's about emotional impact. When they see you laughing, growing, building your life without them, they don't get mad, they get curious. Why does she look so free? Why isn't he chasing me? Those questions flip the script. They're the ones wondering now. Maybe you share a single post, not flashy, just a glimpse of your peace, a photo radiating calm confidence. No caption needed. That image hits harder than words. Strategic visibility is a psychological hook. You give them just enough to see your growth, but not enough to be part of it. They feel you but can't reach you. That throws their mind off balance. You don't need to post daily or make noise, just show you're thriving without them. That's terrifying to someone who thought your light depended on them. Your shine becomes a reminder of their mistake, a symbol of the chance they missed. You don't say a word, you live it. Stay in control, let your growth shine, but keep it out of their grasp. You're not available to those who overlooked you. You're not living for their reaction, you're living for your rise. Write it in the comments. I'm seen, not claimed. Say it like you've crossed a line you'll never step back from. 5. From chasing to being the prize ***. They never saw this coming. For so long, their name pulled you like gravity. You were the one who gave, who showed up first, who forgave fast, who kept the door open with hope. But now, the tables have turned. Whether they know it or not, you've shifted. You're not walking toward them anymore, they have to earn you. This energy shift is stronger than any text you could send. Every time you chased, you fed their ego, teaching them your time, your heart, your energy were theirs to take. Now, you're not angry, you're just done offering yourself to someone who didn't see you. They feel it, even if they stay quiet. Jung taught that true change starts when you bring the unconscious to light. You've just shattered their illusion. They were the sun, and you orbited them. Now you're your own light, standing still, radiant. They're the ones circling, confused by how they lost control. You don't announce your change. The quieter you embody it, the louder it hits. You don't text, you don't check in, you keep growing, choosing yourself, not out of spite, but because your standards have risen. You're too busy becoming what you once begged them to be for you. That's when their panic starts, not when you left, but when they see you're not looking back. They're knocking on a door you don't live behind anymore. You used to wait for their mixed signals, their half-hearted love. Now your worth is too high for that, and they can't afford it. When your energy pulls back, they start chasing, wondering, * why haven't they reached out? Are they with someone else? Did they really move on? * those thoughts hit harder than any long text. You don't explain your worth, you make them feel it. That's when they realize they weren't the prize, you were. Your shine isn't just outer beauty, it's spiritual, earned, undeniable. Write it in the comments. I am the prize. Say it like your soul needs to hear it. 6. Making your rise a ritual ***. This isn't just advice, it's a must if you're serious about changing the game. If you're done being overlooked or left behind, it's time to make your rise a ritual. No more reacting, no more waiting for things to fix themselves, no more scrolling their profile for scraps. Take that pain and build something they can't ignore. This isn't a performance, it's a disciplined climb, consistent and clear. You become unmissable, not because you're loud, but because you're undeniable. Whether it's your health, your work, your vibe, you rise with purpose. The best revenge isn't revenge, it's transformation, what Jung called the ultimate healing, turning wounds into rebirth. They thought your pain would break you. They thought you'd wait in the shadows. But you turned silence into fuel, confusion into clarity, pain into power. Now you shine in a way they'll never touch again, not because you flaunt it, but because your energy has shifted. You're sharper, realigned, a new you they can't reach. They see it in how you carry yourself, how you speak with confidence, how your world no longer waits for their approval. That shine isn't just skin deep, it's emotional clarity, spiritual strength. Your discipline scares them, not your silence, but your focus. This isn't a phase or a fleeting glow, it's your new way of life. Every morning you show up, improve, overcome. Each step says to your old self, I didn't break, I rose. Every new habit, every boundary set, every stronger version of you is a legacy they helped spark but lost. You're not bitter, you're focused. You're not proving, you're refining. The more you refine, the harder you are to ignore. They didn't just lose you, they wouldn't recognize you now. Build those rituals, cut distractions, earn your shine. When it's real, rooted in truth, even your silence is unforgettable. Write it in the comments. I rise through ritual. Say it like you've buried the past and claimed your crown. The power of doing less ***. Here's the paradox that breaks their mind. The less you do, the more they unravel. While you live your truth, They spiral over a silence you didn't explain. That's the trap, not through anger or schemes, but through steady, quiet growth they can't grasp. You're not ignoring them, you're done explaining to someone who didn't listen. Every text you didn't send, every reaction you held back, every choice to grow instead of dwell, it echoes in them. They're the ones filling the gaps, crafting stories in their head, trying to decode why you're gone. Why didn't she reply? Is he with someone new? How did they move on so fast? These questions hit because they don't have the emotional tools to answer them. People don't fear silence. They fear being irrelevant. When you stop feeding their ego, their subconscious takes over. Old moments replay, small details grow heavy, your posts become puzzles. Is that smile for someone else? That confidence, is it new love or inner peace? They don't know, and that uncertainty is their consequence. Jung said people avoid facing their soul at all costs, and that's what they're doing now. They act unbothered, but they're stuck in a story they can't end. Your silence wasn't passive, it was strategic. You didn't vanish, you rose, becoming someone they can't read, someone they once had but lost. You did less not because you're weak, but because you know your worth. You're not cold, you're centered. While they're caught in their own storm, you walk through life untouched. Every attempt to replace you falls flat. They see only a shadow of what you gave so freely. You're the question they can't answer, not because you were loud, but because you were real. Now you're gone, and their mind is left chasing an ending you've already moved past. You don't wait for apologies. You don't pause your growth for someone who missed your heart. The distance between who you were and who you are now is what they feel every time you cross their mind. That's not absence, it's elevation. If you're walking this path, write it in the comments. My silence speaks. Say it like you've stopped entertaining confusion.